Oh, hey up, Rayvers. Funny weather again, isn't it? Looks like it wants to be sunny, but it's very overcast, a lot of clouds up there. Anyway, today I'm going to be taking a look at Alien Invasion movie Independence Day. Oh. Yeah, I still think of it as a new film, Independence Day, but it's 26-year-old now. I mean, I was in my mid-40s when this came out. It don't seem 2 minutes ago. I mean, bloody hell, that's depressing, isn't it? Anyway, basically the gist is a load of aliens turn up to planet Earth, conveniently for the Independence Day July 4th celebrations. Yeah, maybe they're hoping to see some fireworks or something. Now, occasionally, in the movies, when we get aliens popping up on Earth, sometimes they come in peace, don't they? Like Klaatu and his mate Gort in Day the Earth Stood Still. You know, they were coming to warn the planets. Stop being dickheads, stop blowing your sends up. I reckon we could do with a visit from them now, to be honest with you. And in Close Encounters, the aliens, again, are very friendly. Just looking for some folk to make some music with, you know, do some jamming. But invariably in the movies, when the aliens show up, they normally want to destroy Earth, don't they? I reckon that says more about us than it does about aliens. Yeah, unfortunately, many of the human race's default setting is that of aggression and conflict. I don't know why aliens would want to come all this way, turn up and go, yeah, we're going to blow your planet up. Anyway, with Independence Day, loads of these giant flying saucers start popping up all around the world's major cities. And folk don't know what to make of them. Powers that be are understandably concerned. Some folk are excited to see them. Randy Quaid's alcoholic crop duster character, he wants to give him a little bit of payback after they abducted him a few years back and did questionable things to him.
When they took him up in the spaceship, the aliens abused him sexually.
But it's probably fair to say the majority of folk are shit in the sands. Now, cable TV repairman Jeff Goldbum is having to investigate why everybody's TV reception's gone crap. And he uncovers that the aliens have been using Earth's own satellites to communicate between all of their different spaceships all around the globe. I mean, how they managed to get that working so easily beggars belief. I'm on phone for sodding hours trying to get my Virgin router working. Anyway, Goldbum deduces that this alien signal, what's causing all the interference, is actually a countdown to annihilation of the human species. So at this point, everybody starts really shitting the sands. Apart from the folk who are happy to see the aliens. They're up on top of a skyscraper having a party. But really, should have known better, shouldn't they? Should have known better. It were obvious as soon as the bowels of the alien spacecraft started opening up and turning everything this sort of bluey-green colour. That were obviously a warning sign that we're going to get obliterated, weren't it? And sure enough, the bluey-green light does signify that the aliens are preparing to fire their weapon out of the bowels of their spaceship against the unsuspecting humans. Although I suppose technically that ain't the bowels of the spaceship, is it? But it's probably more like the anus. Yes, there we go. And this is a great bit of this, because you see loads of destruction here. Some great special effects as loads of stuff blows up. Although, look at that, there's always one arsehole still working, isn't there? I mean, bloody hell, mate, the aliens have invaded, take a day off. Now, as spectacular as it is pretty stupid and all. This woman here is escaping with her kid and the dog. They managed to conveniently nip out of the way of this inferno by hopping into a broom cupboard. And don't get me started on the CGI there, it looks bloody awful, doesn't it? And it's very selective devastation, because the next day, you see the lady and the kid and the dog, who all survived conveniently, clambering across the devastation caused by the inferno. But it didn't affect them palm trees, did it? Obviously made out of the same stuff as the broom cupboard. Anyway, the day after these attacks, the humans decide to fight back and enter Will Smith as a charismatic, wisecracking Air Force pilot.
Something you want to add to this briefing, Captain Hiller?
No, sir. I'm just a little anxious to get up there and whoop E.T.'s ass, that's all.
Now, it's fallen out of favour a bit in recent weeks, ain't he, Will Smith? What with his antics at the Oscars. But he's very good in this. Very entertaining. And if he hadn't been in it, it wouldn't have been as good, I don't reckon. Comes up with loads of smart one-liners, stuff like that. He ain't going to let these aliens intimidate him, no way.
Welcome to Earth.
Yeah, cop that. Yeah, probably said something about his wife. Now, the humans want to hit back against the aliens. So the president and his entourage take a trip to Area 51, where apparently they've got an alien flying saucer what crash landed in the 1950s. Now, this bit bloody reckless, this.
Here's our main research facility.
Let's see it.
I'm sorry, sir, it's a clean room. But keep it static free. If we'll all go to decontamination.
Open the door.
In real life, you wouldn't have your commander-in-chief, the head of your government, flagrantly disregarding the rules and not wearing PPE when it should be.
How do you do? Hello. How are you? Nice to see you. Thank you very much. How are you getting on?
What a pillock. On the road, Jeff Goldbum comes up with a wizard plan for him and Will Smith to use this flying saucer and fly up to the alien mothership and infect it with a computer virus in order to disable the shields of all the alien spacecraft, so that what's left of the Air Force can go on a near-suicide mission to try and destroy them all. And obviously everybody thinks this is a wonderful plan, including the rest of the world, who've just been sat twiddling their thumbs, waiting for the Americans to lead the way.
It's from the Americans. They want to organise a counter-offensive.
It's about bloody time. What do they plan to do?
Now, because they're struggling for pilots, because they all got bumped off in the first attack, they have to try and recruit anybody they can who can fly a plane. Step forward, Randy Quaid's crop dusting bloke.
On a personal note, sir, I'd just like to add that ever since I was kidnapped by aliens 10 years ago, I've been dying for some payback.
Yeah, I don't get that. What are they rolling their eyes for? They're in the middle of an alien invasion, but they're not going to believe this fella. I'd have told them to stuff it. Anyway, it turns out that the president were also formerly in the Air Force. So, of course, he leads by example, doesn't he? And togs up for it. And he gives an inspirational speech to rally his disparate group of pilots.
We're going to survive. Today, we celebrate our Independence Day.
That's what you want from a leader, isn't it? Follow me, chaps, to your certain death. Yes, a charismatic, persuasive leader who can inspire those around him with a stirring speech.
Forgive me. Forgive me. Forgive me.
Now, a lot of folk point to the fact that Will Smith and Jeff Goldbum infecting the alien mothership with computer virus is pretty stupid. And yes, it is, but it ain't really any more stupid or far-fetched than the rest of the movie. Essentially, they're able to infect the mothership because the script says that they can. And they don't go into the minutiae of what adapter they've had to use to plug in, you know what I mean? I mean, in years gone by, they just popped a tandy and got a send a multi-pack. Includes adapters for SCART leads, HDMI cables and extraterrestrial motherships. But can't do that anymore because Tandy's gone out of business, ain't it? Tragedy. Anyway, they successfully disable the alien shields, which allows the pilots to attack the giant flying saucers. But unfortunately the torpedoes, they do naff all. And Randy Quaid is the only one with any torpedoes left, but they malfunction. So he decides to go on a kamikaze mission in an attempt to destroy the aliens' primary weapon. Do me a favor. Tell my children I love them very much. Now, that military bloke might look a bit heartless there, because he doesn't let Randy Quaid's son say goodbye to him. But you got to think of the greater good in these situations, ain't you? Don't distract your dad, because he's sacrificing his son to save humanity by flying into the alien spacecraft's anus. Righty-ho, on to Ray's ratings. And as you know, I love a good science fiction film, me. And there were a lot of hype around this film before it came out and before I saw it. So I were hoping for something really good. I were hoping for a 4-star film. So yeah, tricky on this. Because objectively, it were a load of cobblers, absolute cobblers. Yeah, it weren't what I were expecting. I were expecting something a bit more serious, you know. And this were pretty stupid in places. But, and this is what it comes down to, was I entertained? And the answer is yes, thoroughly enjoyed it. You know, leave your brain at the door, so to speak. But thoroughly enjoyed it. So I'm rating Independence Day a 3-star, 4-star film. Now, they did a sequel not too long ago, a few years back. Not seen that. Don't think it did as well at the pictures as the first one. But it might be worth a watch, who knows. What is going on up there? Oh, something's happening. Oh, crikey, that don't bode well, does it? Well, hope you enjoyed that, Rayvers. I'm going to try and sign off here before we get obliterated by this alien spacecraft. Anyway, I may be back next week. Who knows? In the meantime, anyway, poke the like button. Yeah, give it a good poke. Poke it. Share Ray reviews with your mates. And subscribe to my channel if you ain't already. And all being well, I might be back next week. Who knows? So I'll hopefully see you soon. I'm gonna get out of here. Okeydoo.